Well, well, well. I'm proud to say that I voted to leave the faltering fingers of the EU and open this country up to trade with other nations independent of it, to take off the myopic spectacles that could not see beyond Europe, even at the expense of being called a racist, which makes no sense because the EU is majority Caucasian. If anything, staying in it is the other way round, trading with mainly white nations and giving them a free visa instead of putting everyone, no matter where they come from, on an equal footing. So what if they're our closest neighbours? I was willing to take a punt that the UK could stand on its own 2 feet and make partnerships and deals without being shackled to the EU, who, if I'm honest, contains some of the most racist countries I've ever had the misfortune to visit. Sorry, but that's just my experience. Starmer's deal with Trump is great news.
We have also just signed a historic technology prosperity deal, one of a kind, to ensure our countries lead the next great technological revolution side by side. In fact, we just left the business leaders, the biggest in the world. Some are in this room right now. And that was quite a meeting we had on business and trade and technology. This trip has galvanized $350 billion in deals across many sectors.
Look how proud he looks of himself there, Starmer. Although when he was Brexit Secretary, he did everything to thwart it, even calling for a second referendum.
We've already voted, I think, 3 times as a party for a second referendum with a 3-line whip behind it.
And so I can tell you today, an incoming Labour government will legislate for a referendum immediately on taking power and hold that referendum within 6 months. Labour must support all options remaining on the table, including campaigning for a public vote. That was our commitment.
We would call for a general election if the deal didn't get through, but that if that didn't happen, the option of a public vote ought to be available.
So what an about turn, because the deal with Donald Trump is only possible because of Brexit, as was the India deal and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for the Trans-Pacific Partnership. You try saying that. And AUKUS, a trilateral between Australia, the UK and the United States, designed to promote a free and open Indo-Pacific secure, stable partnership, which was initially announced in September 2021. Granted, there are things that our negotiators missed when they were negotiating Brexit, and we can work to correct them. It isn't perfect by all means, but to those who blame everything on Brexit and constantly ask, name one Brexit benefit, I point you to the deal struck with the USA for an historic, record-breaking £150 billion of inward investment. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.